It is a special edition of the Milan Weekly Podcast. We got Patreon in the house because, guys, life happens. Stevie P couldn't make it. Jan couldn't make it. It's the World Series for Fabio and Gio, which will be on tomorrow night. But let's take a moment to appreciate Sunny's beautiful thumbnail. Look at the Laurentiis and Lotito. They're swimming across the phony Bologna. Guys, I got Pongi on here. I got Vinny Mancini on here. We're gonna be talking about the shit show that was Serie A. We're gonna be talking about a very short podcast today. What went on? We're gonna talk about the key matchups in Serie A this week. What to expect for tomorrow. And on that note, I think we are ready, gentlemen. Are we ready? We're definitely ready. Let's get the show on the road and ovunque sempre, Forza Milan. Cari amici sportivi, welcome to yet another edition of the Milan Weekly Podcast. So we talk everything Milan, safety, public safety first at all times in Milan, and a phony Bologna Milan. Vinny Mancini, Omar are joining me tonight because, hey guys, life happens. Stevie P, he's part of the local soccer club. He's got some meetings late at night. Jan is protecting Canada. He works for the government. And Gio and Fabio, it's the World Series time, but thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on tonight. It's going to be a nice and short one because what the hell do we have to talk about? We don't have anything to talk about. We have Merda. We have the Milan-Bologna fiasco that happened, guys. And I want to let you guys know. I asked Presidente for some handwritten notes because I don't know if you guys saw Mauro Suma came out with a video, about a 10-minute long video on his YouTube channel, and asked Presidente to give me bullet points. And Vinny and Omar, I'm going to ask you guys your opinions on this, And before we get into these bullet points, I was reading up on Sports Media Set, and I think it was that Zaroni was like, Milan, they don't care about this game. They only care about that Tio and Rangers are not playing. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's what we care about. And look, guys, let me read out here. Presidente sent me these guys. Look at these handwritten notes. These are doctor's notes, guys. Look at this beautiful handwriting. Look at this, right? So Presidente sends me.
You want the scratch pads?
Are you gonna be able to read it?
I thought it was like a legal pad, but Presidente said he was at the customer's house, and Fabio asked him, "Did she have Excel spreadsheets with her?" That's we're gonna leave it.
We'll get him a nice tablet so that he can write on the tablet.
No. Presidente's pen and paper at all times. Pen and paper.
So a guy who likes Excel, I mean, you know.
Leave him to his things. Leave him to his things. Presidente wrote me. Mauro Suma had a long, detailed conversation with Lega Serie A. Match won't be played not because Milan has no clout or political power. It has nothing to do with this. Match not played due to decisions made by the mayor of Bologna. He is a left-leaning politician, and this plan is and this plays a role in this saga. He felt that he was not supported by the right-leaning government in charge of Italy to help with the flooding. No economic support. He used the opportunity to have a political battle with the visibility he would achieve. The governor of the region tried everything possible to have the match played. He even pushed to have the match played at another location. Unfortunately, the mayor invoked his special powers, which allows him to have final decision, stating it is a matter of protecting the citizens. Other events took place in Bologna, but not Calcio. Omar, Ponji, Omar, I'm gonna call you whatever it is. You lived in Italy all these years. Does even this surprise you? Like, what do you make of this? Because Lotito and De Laurentiis supposedly push for this. I'm not sure that's, but we needed to poke fun at them. But
look, I think it's a combination of multiple elements. Because yes, there's the political side left vs right, but at the same time, I have a feeling that for some people it was convenient to play without Theo Hernandez and Reindeers. So there might have been a little bit of push inside the Lega not to push as hard and still say that they pushed. But at the same time, there's this mayor who wants to make a statement and is just basically using the Serie A as their showcase. Now, that being said, there's also a reasoning to it which somewhat makes sense, because his whole point was that they don't want to take away the resources that could be used in helping people. At the same time,
which is understandable, yeah.
It's understandable. You know, police officers, fire department, ambulances, they need those resources elsewhere. So if you have a big game in a big stadium, there's a lot of services that you need. Therefore, you can't really, you have only a limited amount of resources available. You have to pick and choose. So I think there's a combination of multiple elements in play here.
But the fact of the matter is like, we saw pictures of Bologna and everything that was supposed to happen in Bologna happened. And to me, it's just like, I'm all for public safety.
Serie A was giving half of the revenues of that game to help people there. So there's also a monetary benefit from having that game. Yes, it's costing you resources, but how much money is that going to pump into to help actual people? In a time like this, money goes a long way.
Sempre Milan called it out actually really well, because they're saying, okay, the postponed game is going to happen and funds from that game are going to help these flood victims. However, that is 3 months down the road, 4 months down the road. They need the funds now. They're not going to need it 3 or 4 months down the road. I'm taking this from Sempre Milan because it makes logical sense. And I'm sorry, I do have to add my 2 cents to this. I'm a project manager, so I live on contingency plans. I do not believe that everybody that was involved in making a decision looked at this fairly. That's the big issue. And the people that really should have made the decisions is the league itself and certain individuals that are in charge for the property and the venue. And the thing is, if they can't play it in the game, which makes no logical sense, because looking at the venue itself, pictures, photos, and things that occurred around the area, it literally makes no sense that this game did not go down. If other things, there's a complete shutdown of the city. I understand that. If there was significant damage and people were fairly affected, I understand that. But this is political drama. This isn't a conscious or well-educated decision that's going to benefit the league or this team.
It just to me, it was just like a surprising decision where, would it be for us here in Montreal, Ponges, like our mayor would go like, yeah, there's a big snowstorm, the Montreal Canadiens are not going to play, and the NHL would be like, what? Just like...
Well, they did it to the Impact.
Okay, MLS. Let's get serious here.
I know, but still,
would this happen? Would this happen in the EPL, guys? Would this happen in the EPL? I'm sorry, guys. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. How a mayor of a city? I understand. There might be repercussions for the safety of people. I get that. When Serie A comes out and goes, huh? I have no idea what the fuck is going. Guys, you know what the problem is? This sets a precedent. It sets a precedent that any fucking mayor of any city decides that, we're not going to play, right? That's where the problem is. And Serie A is a joke and will remain to be a joke until, guys, and you know what? And to Zazzaroni, Milan only cares about reindeer. Yeah, we do fucking care about reindeers and Teo Hernandez playing. And if you want to make it fair, you want to pull back our game, make sure that Teo Hernandez and Rangers don't play the next game against Bologna instead of fucking playing. You know what, guys? Tomorrow we're gonna smash Napoli, and we're gonna talk about that. But it's just that Vinny, I'm gonna ask you. It's frustrating because it's not surprising. When this news came out, it's like, okay, this is not going to happen. And then it actually comes out, it's like, yeah, good old Serie A, right? Good old fucking Serie A. And then you see pictures of Bologna, like, everything else is open.
Yep.
Right? They could have done a porte chiuse.
They held the motor show. They held the car.
The Primavera game.
Primavera played. But then again, I mean, like I said, there's a political component here. It's very evident.
Exactly.
And they're trying to make a point. They're saying, a left-sided mayor.
I want to pull back and just say that why are people with biased decisions making the decisions? The league should be making the decision. They run the league. They understand that they run the schedule.
Yeah.
They figure out where these teams have to play. If there's an issue like this, I understand you have to deal with the cities itself, but the city representatives that have biased opinions or other managers within the league should be making this decision.
It's the police. Who controls the police? Who controls all the services of the city? That's where the key issue is. They can say play the game, but then the mayor says no, don't let the bus show up. The police block the bus. The bus can't just drive over the police.
It's just, guys. It's just an embarrassment to Serie A. To me, it's like, I'm all for, again, public safety, everything. It just felt that somebody came out and made a decision that wasn't his to be made in the first place. And look, you know what the worst part is, guys? Serie A going, let's play on Christmas Day. Maybe going to be in March. Maybe we're going to be... And you know what I go back to, guys? Remember the Scudetto year? When Inter had that game in hand? Was it Bologna? Or it's like, they have the game in hand, whatever. It was against Bologna, right? And now, okay, let's go with this, guy. Is this a blessing in disguise to have an extra game rest against Napoli tomorrow? Are we gonna pull it off? Because, guys, let's be honest. Napoli against Lecce and Empoli wasn't impressive. Was not impressive. They got the job done.
They did the job.
I was talking to an old man today, and he was right. And he was agreeing with me. He goes, questo Napoli l'anno scorso aveva perso. And he's right. This Napoli last year in these kind of games would have lost. Vinny, is this a blessing in disguise for Milan? Even though we're not going to be starting no, we're not even starting Leao because Fonseca has balls.
He's got Leao. Yeah, like,
Ah,
but I have to just say, I think it's not great for us because we had a lot of individuals that are usually bench players come in and show their worth. I would have enjoyed having that momentum trickle into this match. And coming from Bologna, if we played Bologna and then we have a very good ride, goes into Napoli, I would have just enjoyed to keeping this momentum from these newer players that are starting to hit form going. And it's great. Yes, we've got some players that are rested, especially Pulisic. Like he's the one that I'm the most worried about. At least he got a little bit of a break, but yeah, I think it's not the best blessing because we did have some players that were in form and ready to go. Omar, what are you thinking about this?
I'm thinking that it's in a way it is we have the rest, but for me it's only a blessing if all the other teams we win against Napoli and the other teams drop points and we start getting that advantage and we see ourselves close to the top with one game less. There it can start playing in your head. If you get and you get into a good position and you have that one game less, then it's worth it. But if you start trailing, like next week we tie or lose, or tomorrow we tie or lose, and the other teams win in front of us, then you have that gap that's big, and on top of that, you have a game to recuperate.
And it wasn't a
So
really long break.
psychologically, it can play into effect into the minds of the players.
It could play. It could play. In both ways. But guys, tomorrow Serie A plays all week, and I'm gonna ask you this, guys. Tomorrow, Coast to Coast is gonna go on a post game reaction video, seeing what we're gonna do against Napoli. Do you have a Vinny? Let me start with you. Do you have a problem with supposedly Leao being benched?
No, I really don't. And I have nothing negative to say about this, or about him. I'm just saying that Leao is, and this might sound bad, but he's very, very one-dimensional right now, and he really needs assistance from Teo to be able to be that key driver factor for Milan. So since Teo is not going to be playing, most likely Terracciano is going to be starting off. I think Okafor actually playing in that left is going to be a little bit better suited for who we're starting, just because he's a little bit more dynamic and he doesn't have to lead with Teo Hernandez having to do a lot of the work. He's actually going to put in the work, stuff that Leao unfortunately doesn't really do yet, or he's starting to get there. But yeah, I think Leao sitting down and possibly coming in the second half early on as a super sub is a great thing. It's beautiful that we have two fantastic left wingers right now, and people are complaining about that. Leao coming in off the second versus Napoli and having Okafor be able to contribute is a good thing in my books.
Okay, I like that. Omar, I'm not sure we're going to see the Napoli that played against Empoli and against Lecce, but do you have a problem with Leao being benched? Fonseca came out today on the press conference like, why are you guys creating stories? This is a normal kind of thing. I think we have a problem with Leao on paper being our best player being benched. What say you, man?
Look, I think that Leao, everybody has to sort of give him a break. The guy just became a dad. He's got twins. You guys, people keep on forgetting this, but those first that first year is tough. Things change. Your mentality changes. It's a life experience that, like, maybe not everybody is like can assimilate very fast. So I mean, give him a break. He's young. He showed glimpses, like he showed us what he can do when he's on his game. The guy is really, really dangerous. The only thing is that now he's got the pressure of the family. He's got the pressure on top of that of the game. Let him relax. Even if he's benched, he just has to say, listen, I got other things I'm taking care of. We're a deep squad. We're AC Milan. We have Okafor. We have Chukwueze. We have Pulisic who can play on that side. There's no problem. Take the time you need. Come back stronger. And I believe this is what we need to do with Leao. Get off his back. Let him play. Let him get the smile and joy back. This is a guy like Ronaldinho. He needs to be happy, enjoy. Let him. And then he's going to free flow. He's not one of those Cristiano Ronaldo types that is like, let's do the work, do the work. He's a joyous type. There's different type of players. He's like that Ronaldinho style.
The thing that
And
pisses me off, though, I'm just going to say, is if he comes in the second half and we're down and he ends up scoring 2 beautiful goals, what we're going to hear in the papers is, oh, look, Leao shut up Fonseca. Instead of Leao played a great game coming in as a super sub, look at the depth Milan has.
exactly. And you know what? We've been complaining about this in the last years where we did not have depth, or when Leao was not having the best of games and where Okafor wasn't stepping up. Chucky, guys, last year was not, he had what, a couple of games that was great. So look, I'm feeling everything is against us tomorrow. I feel that if we're going to get the Napoli that played against Empoli and Lecce, we're going to win convincingly. We shall see. 3:45 tomorrow because, Europe advances the time, not here in North America. Vinny, Winnipeg, 2:45 or 3:45?
Or 2:45.
2:40, Winnipeg. It's got that time.
I gotta work. I couldn't even
Yeah,
watch.
but we might be changing, huh? There's a petition out that says we might go to having just one time.
Hopefully we don't.
Hour.
Hopefully we don't change, guys. On that note, coast to coast tomorrow night. Hit that subscribe button. Put the notification bells on. They will go on as soon as the game finishes because they're gonna go on at 6 p.m. because it's World Series time. You know what? Let me make fun of Fabio, and it's 3-0 for the Dodgers. Fabio's losing his mind. He's losing his mind, guys. Before we end this, I just want to talk about the 2 big games this weekend. I thought Juve Inter was going to be a snooze fest. I walk into the bar this morning. Tony is a lifelong Interista, and he looked at me. He's like, "You see that, Vince? You see that, Vinny?" He's like, "This is what happens when you try to be too greedy." Inter wanted to put that 5th goal in. They wanted to embarrass them, and look what happened. To me, I think it was more of a not Juve being really fantastic. I think it's just Inter. Not having the guys, let's be honest, not having Çalhanoğlu, not having Acerbi really showed on this game, but it was the EPL game of the week, right? Because if this was an EPL, what a game! 4-4. Vinny, what did you think about Inter Juve in this one? At least it was entertaining.
All I know is I'm a very nice person, and I texted my Juventino friends and I texted my Interistas, and I said, you know what, as a neutral, it was a fantastic game to watch. I'm sorry for you both. I'm happy with the draw, but what a game. And to be completely honest, I thought Inter should have had this one. I was thinking
they should.
Or the 4, I'm like, they're going to put in another, maybe 1, and they should have put in 2. And ideally, it should have ended 6-2. But
yeah.
I don't remember his name, that sub that they... holy shit.
Yeah, I know, he can play, the kid.
Yeah. The second finish, like, they don't look like extravagant goals, but those are technically great shots and well taken.
Yeah,
and Juve hasn't scored a lot of goals. And Omar, you're a soccer guy, man. You're a football guy. You used to play the game. What did you think about this game? Is it more of a Juve being the quality that they? No, I think it was Inter taking the foot off the pedal.
Defending on both sides, because you just saw that first Danilo foul. That was
that was horrible. Kalulu with that penalty as well. Look.
So like there was some stuff, and even on the Yildiz goal, at the end there was a bad coverage. No one had him. He was there, all 3 on that left side, and just took the shot. So in general, I found that defending on both sides wasn't the best.
Yeah.
They went for it. They played high scoring game, but like technically a good game is usually not high scoring. A good game is a very fought game where both teams are playing, and no one wants to give an inch. And then 1-2 goal.
But it was entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
it was entertaining because people that's what like goals.
I grew up with Maldini and Baresi, and guys like that who would look at these teams and says, "What happened to Serie A here?"
Omar, that's a great call out though, because think of it this way: this kind of showcased Inter's goalkeeping weakness, which isn't that bad. He's a fairly good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And same thing with Juventus. If we look at our goalkeeper, if Mike was in this game, sure, they could have riddled us with shots, but he probably could have saved a few of those goals, or maybe if
Yeah.
potentially the penalty shots, maybe
I
if
mean,
it's crossed. So
look, to go and say that they're look, in general, I believe that Serie A overall has probably the best goalkeeper level when it comes to goalkeeping. Serie A is probably the one with where everybody has a great goalkeeper. I mean, just look at some of the names and how they perform. I mean, these guys could play easily in any team in the world. Mostly, and Di Gregorio, same thing, is a very, very good goalkeeper.
yep, true.
I believe Sommer on the other side. He's played.
Some
for the
are showing
national
kinks, man.
team.
From last year, he's showing some
And
kinks in the armor.
even I've seen kinks in Manyan's armor also.
Yes, that's
so
true. That's true.
It happens to the best.
But
There's very few players that are like always the same. The majority, like 99% of players, they go have ups and downs.
at least it was an entertaining game, and you know
Yeah,
what? Inter
Well,
should have won this
Atalanta put
game
on a
very
show as
easily.
well.
It is what it is, guys. Let's finish off with this one. What the fuck is going on with Roma?
Holy shit.
Fiorentina's not that good, guys. I'm sorry. Fiorentina's good, and it looks like they played us, and all of a sudden they're like, ooh, guys, Roma sucks.
Yeah,
I said it against Inter. Like, Roma sucks, guys. What's going on at Roma?
I heard they want to bring back De Rossi.
Yeah,
What are they gonna do? Bring back?
it's the mental
Well,
right
what?
now.
I don't know if it's just a mental. It's
They're-
I think look, they're in a situation where I think their president it's not a football guy. Somewhat a little bit like us in certain cases,
This
But,
team doesn't have a direction, and I feel
Dude,
like
they fucking suck.
Roma. It's been my mom is a Romanista, and it just makes me laugh because I keep on telling her, I'm like, I thought we were very confused for years and years, but we finally got it direct. I'm sorry, that could have come off the wrong way,
Yeah,
but
but-
they're confused. They never, it's like they're about to grasp a project and then it dissipates right away. And they're about to grasp a project. They lose focus on the managers. They don't know who the fuck is owning this club anymore. It just, what the hell is Roma? What the hell are they?
Hey, sounds like the parliament.
Yeah.
Guys, Totti's coming back, huh? Totti's coming back, by the way. I don't know if you
I
heard.
Como.
No, he's going back to Roma because he needs to play at Roma. Guys, Totti is going to play back in Serie A this year. He's 48 years old, guys.
I don't know.
I know it's going to hit us in the feels, but guys, he's 48 years old. And by the way, Auguri Balotelli. May you have a great chance. May you have a great chance at Genoa. Good for you, because I think Balotelli never had. I think Balotelli. You know what, guys? I still have the gold jersey from Champions League 2011 with Balotelli in the back. I think from back in those days when he was playing in the national team, where he had guys like Bonucci that didn't protect him, or good for you, Balotelli. I hope you do fantastic, guys. We have Serie A midweek games. We got Napoli tomorrow. Hopefully, we come up with a result. Coast to Coast will be on tomorrow night. You know what? Let's finish this off on a light note. Vinny, you had the Patreon question. I'm gonna let you read it out, and it has something to do with what I'm wearing tonight. But go ahead. What did you ask us?
This is actually quite funny. Is this the first time a Patreon is actually reading out their question on?
Yes, it is.
Alrighty, here we go. Hopefully I don't fuck up. A lot of talk about the recent Bologna game. We'll skip all of that. I'm going right to the question. Do you think or possibly want Milan to move away from Puma? As a fan that purchases kits often, like a majority of us, I'm honestly really sick and tired of the quality of these shirts. Don't get me wrong, I am pleased with the designs Puma puts out for the most part, but the material and the quality of the kits is actually getting worse by the years. And I'm going to just say this. We look at these kits and you read them. These are recycled jerseys now. So we're paying just as fucking much money and we're literally wearing garbage. So in all honesty, do you guys want to continue moving forward with Puma? Again, they make some quality kits. Or once this contract ends, do you want to maybe see us change to another athletic support or kit maker. Because if it was me, I wouldn't mind us going back to Adidas because I'm fucking tired of the sizes of the jerseys. I fit a medium, but I'm slowly going to go to a large because they're literally shrinking each year, and that's another big problem. But the quality,
you gotta be European size. This is a medium, you know, but
I think the general quality across the board of all products today is not the same as they used to be. You know, back in the day,
that's true.
You know, they used to make these nice thick materials. You know, now if you think about the practicality of a jersey, a footballer wears it for one game, he takes it off, he gets a new one for the next one. So for them, you know, it's what's the point? Now what they're selling to us is the brand. And,
you got to buy the replicas though. Like, I understand if you buy the authentics, they're meant to be worn once or twice, don't wash them and stuff unless you want to frame them. But like when you're buying the replicas at a fairly expensive price and they fit just before you would buy the authentic jersey and you know it's going to fit snug, you buy the regular replica jersey, it's going to fit somewhat normal.
Yeah.
It's the same shit now.
I'm gonna go with, I miss the 3 lines, guys. I miss the Adidas 3 lines. Would it be from here? Would it be from my 2010, 2011, 2012 jerseys? I'm an Adidas guy. I don't mind Puma. I know what Vinny is saying. I like the designs of Puma. I like the way, you know, like the 4 jerseys, the 5 jerseys come out of here. I like it. But, you know, with Stevie P, even Facebook Frank probably would say it in the comments, like these double X, triple X. I remember being at the Milan store and I wanted to get something for Stevie P. And I go, "C'avete la 2X?" And he's looking at me like I'm from Mars. Okay. Like I was from scusa, like, you know, non siamo in America qua. Okay, I'm sorry. So I the only thing is that I don't think even if we were with Adidas, they would have these different sizes. But the Adidas quality, I'm a bit like, you know, I like the Adidas stuff.
But Vinny, you're looking at Adidas quality. I mean, I had Adidas stuff from Impact. I mean, it's just the same exact thing as the Puma, the quality. And what do you think? Their brand and it's general models, and then
so maybe because of the years have gone on, maybe would it be Puma or Adidas? It's the same quality now.
Than the new stuff. It's just a question of time. So, like, if you go buy the stuff today compared to back in the day, the quality is meant to consume, and then you need to go buy another one. Back in the day, used to make something for you, and that was supposed to last you for 15, 20 years.
Very true.
That is the big difference today. But when it comes to this, what I would personally like to see would be something like Napoli did, where they go to a supplier which is completely different from everybody else. They have Armani. Now that's baller right there. You know, imagine.
You know what, guys? Give me Nike.
Milan with D&G. Imagine.
We did D&G. We did D&G at one point.
Yeah, but like, and it was better than having the off-white jackets. That's for sure. Because every time I see these guys,
$4,000 US is a good price. But if you ask Husney, Husney's gonna get it. Husney's gonna get us the jackets from Malaysia for 140 US, but we're gonna go from that.
140 Canadian dollars on Amazon. You can get it.
Imagine
here in Canada.
Imagine a Milan Kappa jersey though. It would be so tight, but I think the jersey would be very unique and European, something we've never seen out of a Milan jersey in a very long time. I don't think it'll ever happen, but
no,
I wouldn't mind fucking around with a Kappa jersey.
Guys,
Kappa,
thank you.
Or the Lotto back in the day.
Lotto back in the day. Guys, thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I'm gonna ask you one final question. Give me a prediction for tomorrow, man. Vinny, what say you, man?
Oh, God. So if what I want to see happen is ideally 2-0 Milan. What I'd like to see happen, but my honest prediction is it's going to be a 1-0 game because Napoli can play a very, very good defensive structure. We're not... It's going to be...
Okay, so you know what? I like what Anthony's saying in the comment. High scoring game or low? You don't even have to say who's going to win. High or low?
Low.
You say low?
All I want to see is us freaking win so I can hear Stevie P screaming, "Mangia la margarita pizza." That's really all I want. So, Stevie, if you're watching this, I hope they win so I can hear you.
Oh, he's definitely going to be watching. So you're under 2.5 goals. Omar, high or low scoring game?
I think a low scoring game, and might go on till the second half, and then is Camarda playing?
He's on the bench.
I was on his score a goal. I'm gonna be.
Can I just say something quickly? I'm sorry.
Yes, you may.
I have to. When I didn't watch the UCL game live, I had to wait till 8:00 p.m. to watch the game, and for everything, I didn't get it spoiled. So I was watching the game, and as a 20-plus year diehard of Milan, when Camarda scored, I literally jumped up, and I've never ripped off my jersey ever in my life. When I've played soccer, when I've watched the partita, never. But naturally, it's like it just came out of me. My shirt ripped off like they do when they score a goal, and I was screaming like a little boy. Oh, it was the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
And then
it sucks that it was the offside.
Yeah,
but you know what? Hopefully that sets a little feeling in them saying, I need to do this again.
Well, look, he was there at the right spot at the right time,
Beautiful goal. Beautiful
goal.
goal.
It was a question of maybe a couple of inches there he was offside. It wasn't that much.
shall see. Guys, Napoli scored 2 goals in 2 games. This is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm not giving any freaking predictions. I was going to plan a post-game reaction video, but coast to coast will go on to Omar, to Vinny. Thank you so very much for filling in the gap tonight. Vinny, you're going to be watching from home. Are you working? What's going on?
I'm working, and then I have to go to my sister's for a Halloween party. So it's going to be one of those games where I'm going to just see the score, unfortunately.
Okay. You need illegal streams. You let us know. We got you covered. Shh. Omar,
it's going to be recording it for me. Don't worry.
Okay. Where are you watching tomorrow?
I actually got myself a tablet on purpose for the games. So now when I go even to the office, I can just put it there, have my little headset. I got I'm working, and I can watch my game on the side, no problem. Instead of having to watch it on my little screen, I got a nice tablet. Now I can watch it.
I love it. We're spending money because of Milan. And you know what? I took the day off. It's like, well, boss, I'm going to work on Saturday. So next Tuesday, there's Champions League. And she's looking at me. It's like, what are you talking about? Just give me the day off. Just give me the day off. Guys, from Montreal here, Montreal Milan Club. I will be at Chicharo's tomorrow, 3:45, because, they advance the time way before us. On that note, Vinny, Ponji, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Hopefully, we have an entertaining game tomorrow. I went with over 2.5 goals. You guys went under 2.5 goals. On that note, ovunque. Hold on, I gotta prepare the outro. Without Steve, I'm a bit lost, guys. Ovunque sempre. Forza Milan, guys.
Ciao, everybody.